Hello everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're now about to begin the trial of Maya Fey. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 1. I see a new voice that I have to do. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I guess that's how I'm gonna do Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. He'll be on me like white on rice. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts on this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe.
He looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of the homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain.
They drew every shard of glass.
The body was found...
That is Gumshoe.
The body was found by this window here. And...
Edgeworth!
And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hands, sir.
The court accepts this statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans, the murder scene, the Fey, and co-law offices.
Now, detective.
I think I have to loosen up for Edgeworth's voice.
Yes, sir.
And I have to do Gumshoe's a little deeper.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
I don't remember anything. Oh, yeah. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
Yes, I see. He's guilty. I'm sorry. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? How do I do this again? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Smack!
Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradiction in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'm just, strategizing.
Okay, you're just looking at me, so what are you gonna do?
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene.
Did you really?
Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer with the Gatewater Hotel right across from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue.
There were 2 people there already. Ah, god damn it.
Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right, I said I was in there about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. We don't do it any other time, we were just doing it this time because there was a prize. I got a nice little kitty cat. That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were.
Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hold it! Damn it, what do you want now?
Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act won't only get you so far. Her with the funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. I couldn't mistake you for anyone else. You 2 stand out like, suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Well, there's nothing bad happening to me pressing.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey.
I'm pressing it anyway. Why is that? What's your reason?
Why? We had a witness describing her.
Okay, press him on that. What do you mean, a witness? Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You did say it.
What exactly about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. The voice is more like this. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing him can have its advantages. Though I should be able to pick the ones. By paying attention, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got in the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about it first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Alright, I gotta find the contradictions. Contradictions.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
I'm getting better at doing his voice.
How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I know, I'm real embarrassed I forgot to tell you about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. So this isn't as easy as the first one. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. After securing the suspect, okay. I found a memo written on it with a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you know that? Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in the books and the movies.
This isn't a movie, detective. It's a fucking video game.
Oof.
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard many cases, no.
I realize now I'm just doing, what was his name? Mr. Dink. I'm doing Mr. Dink as the voice. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Objection! Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order, order.
Well, that didn't go so well.
That's right, what he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Why would the detective be lying? Why would I find a contradiction there? I shouldn't find a contradiction, I think. Alright, after securing the suspect, alright. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. I'm gonna press him on that. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Oh, then who did write it, Mr. Smarty Pants?
What? Who? The killer. I did, Miss May. The killer. I'll try that. The killer, anyone can see that.
Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy, please.
She was framed!
Objection! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence?
Shit.
Huh, I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Well, detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found.
Okay, pressing doesn't seem to do anything. This meter up here is me, like, presenting evidence and then failing to show anything relevant. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote it?
Of course I do, pal.
Uh-oh. You sounded pretty confident. This might not be good.
Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's not proof that Maya wrote it. I'm gonna press him anyway. What kind of tests were these again?
Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood and, goblin, hemoglobin, Bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Oh, that was hilarious.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah?
I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you.
No.
That was a mess.
Right, where was I?
Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. I need to know about that. On which hand was the bloody finger, detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Haha, nice try, pal.
Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
Right before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Man, I'm having a hard time, like, trying to find a contradiction here. Okay. The death was instantaneous. The death was instantaneous. That's the contradiction. If the death was instantaneous, how the fuck did she have time to write down who killed her? That's not possible. So let's go back. Alright, so before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I'm gonna present the death was instantaneous. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there was one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying.
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
No, no, no. You have it backwards, detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. I want you to read it very carefully. The immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But
no butting your way out of this one, detective.
Order, order.
The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately would not have had the time to write anything down.
Objection! Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? I don't fucking remember. The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. The death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow.
Fuck you.
I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it is quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. Suck my dick.
I see. Guilty. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
I always have things up my sleeve, right? You look shocked. Something you want to say?
You're a sham. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. You're a sham. I mean, why would I say this in court? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts this into evidence.
Mia's autopsy report died from a blow from a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Fuck off, man.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
That's hard to read. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Alright, she has a smooth voice. I'm not doing the cat voice.
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Oh, no. It's not soft. It's Valley Girl. April May, at your service. I can't believe I'm doing this voice, but I'm doing it. Fuck it. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton waking. Aw, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
and this hotel directly across from the Fay and Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw.
This is gonna be difficult. Witness's account.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And like, oh, I saw a woman with long hair, like, being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end, that's all I saw, every little bitsy witsy.
Okay. Well, Your Honor.
I see, this is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any— Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? What about your cross-examination? Oh, fine, whatever. I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examinate the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Her voice is kind of hard to do. 9 at night, I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Let's press her on that.
Hold it!
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right.
I question the testimony.
Hold on a minute. The testimony stinks. What?
Miss May, I am willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? I think I chose the right one. She cringed.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning? Someone tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean...
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique.
Yeah, because of the clothes.
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. That testimony is bogus.
But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed like that on the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
You're trying to say you mean lawyer. I saw what I saw. I just didn't think that all trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
Jiggle, jiggle.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would.
I found the right thing, so pressing does do something. I don't have to present every time. I can just press. Damn, I almost had her. So she gives her testimony again, and I can contradict anything I want to.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That that clock, that statuette clock, the thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? How do you know it's a clock? It's not listed as a clock.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I think there's a couple of things wrong with it. I did see everything. That's not gonna help. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Let me look at the floor plan again. Right, and so there's nothing... She dodged the first attack, but why is the stuff on the floor on the left? Alright. I don't have exactly what I think I need, so I'm gonna look at something else. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon, I saw it. That clock, that statuette clock, the thinker, I think. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say, so this was the testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze through the... Okay. Time to press and squeeze, figuratively. What are you pressing and squeezing, right? That clock. Alright. I think I need to just present the thinker. The murder weapon looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. Let me try it. Objection! Miss May. What you said just now is quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Naughty Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that by just looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order in the court! Shut the hell up! Miss May, can you explain how you know this is a clock? Oh... Objection! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Objection! No, I fucking won't. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And you may recall, I caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was a close one. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my damn question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. You couldn't have heard it say the time. It's empty. So you would have been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have rung. She couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard the clock go off in the building next door. Objection! You have proof that she could have not. Well... Amateurs, listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing, you sick little boy. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn, time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. Or I have to say it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's broken, it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly? Just take a look right now.
Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. You don't understand how clocks work, do you? I have to fucking explain it to you. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat, lying bitch.
That?
That's the word she stumbles onto. Well, Miss Faye. Tisk, tisk. So I got right what he was doing. Eh?
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He knew the clock was empty? Somehow, he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
Yes, that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Yes.
Oh, impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Weren't you listening? I said I had proof. Wasn't it you told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much, Edgeworth. The evidence that proved when the clockwork was removed is this phone. Take that! Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone. I want one.
Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order in the court.
The defendant's cell phone? Why wasn't this brought to my attention?
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold on to the thanker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Boom!
Your Honor, I think it makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel.
Oh no, I'm going to jail.
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I got to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That was a...
Larry Butts made the clock. She didn't see it before. It's custom. Does the defense have any objection? Yes! She can't. It's custom. This directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before.
The clock is in the form of the statue made by Larry Butts.
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
But what?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse, bitch. Oh, excuses not on sale today. Wow, he's getting her. Oh.
Yeah!
She's... Wow, she transformed.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Do it again. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee, wink.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? That look. She's like, bruh, shut the fuck up. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. I don't know what I'm about to say. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it, you had heard about it. I don't know what I'm about to say. You held it or you had heard about it. The wiretap. You heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. The wiretap. Take that! Have a look at this.
Ah! Oh, that,
I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Oh.
Objection! Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. That is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock, well, I have no idea. I mean, is it this phone? She tapped the phone. Let me check it again. What's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something you want you to hold on for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock made to look like a statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. But it would be her office phone, not the cell phone. Wait, no! This is Maya's phone, and she called Mia, which told her it was a clock. It happened. It happened. Right here. Take that! I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Beep. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, there's actually something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? I... Objection! Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question or I'll beat your ass with this hammer. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Don't make me come over there. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that, you lawyer?
It's no fair. All of you are ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm such a bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
What are you crying? Wow. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. You did it, didn't you? Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Didn't you hear me, bitch? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy-tapping her irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defensive tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will.
Please don't pull anything off. Actually, maybe you want to do that, but, you know, not in the courtroom, maybe later. She can't be serious, no way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Huh. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold? If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have a No, she didn't have coffee. There was wine on the table, or champagne or something like that. Iced coffee? Jiggle, jiggle. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy, wink.
Ergo, the witness was not at the scene of the crime of the murder.
That stabbing noise.
So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder.
No, they're gonna just let her walk away. There's no way I can win unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. Continue examining Miss May. Call the bellboy as a witness, I guess. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low already.
Objection! I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Well, she definitely wasn't the killer, but sure. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What?
No, that's totally unreasonable. I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. There's no reason to accept those conditions. Like, you should still be able to just call a witness. Fool.
You fell right into my trap. You activated my trap card.
Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
Why did you bring the tea? Yes, sir. Crap. How do I do the difference between Edgeworth and this guy? Well, he probably sounds something like this. Yes, I'm the bellboy. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. So he's gonna be Mr. Car Salesman. Very good, sir. Okay. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. If you did, how did she see the murder? And you would have saw the murder too. And I delivered the iced coffee to Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin to cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I'll be finished. Alright, now I need to press him on something. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. I brought her... okay. Press him. Precisely 9, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? I don't think anything here can help me. I think I just have to be specific. And I delivered the coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Press him on that. Are you sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought her room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embarrasser, sir. An embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir, more of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. Gotcha. It's no good. There's nothing in there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. The bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, the defense has something to add. One last question. Let me ask one last question. Objection! Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in. Room service. Bed making. the room service because she said it was iced coffee and there was champagne. Room service. Tell me again about room service. Again, sir? Well, exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem to be a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skip on the ice, sir. Oh, you fucked up. You fucked up. What did he say? What did you say? What did you say, nigga? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? Objection. I object. That was objectionable. No. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Oh, yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh, you fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person who may have been involved with the murder. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. Wait. Miss April. Who is this? The bellboy? The man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oh, damn it, I thought he would have thought that was a hard question to answer. These texts are kind of obvious. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man who was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ugh. Damn. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and the defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. This court is adjourned. So we're not done yet. September 7th. District Court, defendant lobby number 1. How the hell did I do our voice again? Mr. Wright! And let's do like a kind of almost nasally but kind of geeky kind of voice. You are amazing in there. Like that. Really? I can just do my own voice for Wright. It makes it easier. I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, it's just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. She looks so surprised. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it.
What happened to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir!
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think it was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you!
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. Jeez. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there was only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May's testimony. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, and she was caught and struck. But she was caught and struck. That might be... helpful, I guess. I don't know how much this good will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Can I save? To be continued. Cool. That's an episode right there.